Before the NBA even drafted him, AJ Dybantsa had already banked somewhere between $5 and $7 million. Nike, Red Bull, Fanatics, real endorsement deals, real NIL money, all before he played a single professional game. Quick note on that number. You'll see $4.2 million attached to his name a lot. That's his NIL valuation, like a price tag on his brand. What he actually earned at BYU was reportedly higher, somewhere between $5 and $7 million. Then on June 23rd, the Washington Wizards made him the #1 pick in the 2026 NBA draft, and every number attached to his name got bigger. His rookie contract, about $69 million over 4 years. Year 1 salary, around $15.2 million on draft night. Someone asked him what he was going to buy first. He said his little sister just got her permit, so maybe if she gets her license someday, she might get a car. Maybe. That answer went everywhere. And today I want to show you why. Financially, it's actually the right instinct, and what the math behind $15 million really looks like once the government takes its share. Let's start with NIL. NIL stands for name, image, and likeness. It's a rule that changed college sports in 2021. Before NIL, college athletes couldn't make money from their own name or fame. They could generate millions for their school and not see a dollar of it. NIL changed that. Now, college athletes can sign endorsement deals, post sponsored content, and build a brand while still playing in college. Dybantsa was one of the first players to show how transformative that could be. He went to BYU, led the entire country in scoring, and signed deals with 3 major brands simultaneously. He was 18 years old. Here's what that means for you. NIL didn't just change things for elite athletes. It opened a door. If you have a platform, a skill, or an audience, anywhere, you have an asset. The same principle that made Dybantsa valuable at BYU is behind every teen creator, young entrepreneur, and person who built something. Your name and your image have value. You just have to build them. Now let's talk about the $69 million, because here's what most people don't understand about a $69 million contract. You don't get $69 million, and that $69 million isn't even all guaranteed. The first 2 years, about $30 million, are locked in. The last 2 years are team options. The Wizards will almost certainly pick them up, but the headline number and the guaranteed number aren't the same thing. Same lesson as Mahomes. Not even close to $69 million in your pocket. Year 1, Dybantsa earns around $15.2 million. Federal income tax alone takes roughly 37 cents of every dollar. Then comes Medicare, Social Security, and here's a twist most people get wrong. Even though the Wizards play in Washington, D.C., which has a top tax rate of 10.75%, D.C. can't tax people who don't actually live there. Where AJ chooses to live matters more than where his team plays. Lots of NBA players set up home in states with low or zero income tax. That one decision can be worth millions over a career. And wherever he lives, the jock tax means he still owes a slice to most states his team visits. When you run the full math, Dybantsa takes home roughly half of his gross salary, somewhere between $7.5 and $9 million half. We saw the exact same thing with Patrick Mahomes, $504 million contract. Real take home a fraction of the headline. The number on the contract is not the number in your account. And there's one more thing most people miss. He doesn't get a check on draft night. NBA players are paid in installments throughout the season. AJ himself said his first paycheck won't come until the fall. The car for his sister has to wait for that first check. Just like your first summer job paycheck doesn't show up the day you're hired. This is true at every income level. The gap between gross and net, and between offer and first paycheck, is one of the most important things you will ever learn about money. So when Dybantsa hinted his sister might get a car, not a yacht, not a mansion, not a fleet of cars, a car, maybe, someday, if she earns it by getting her license, that's actually financially sound instinct. Here's why first check decisions matter so much. You've probably heard that tons of pro athletes go broke after they retire. The scariest version, that most NBA players are broke within a few years, came from a single magazine story back in 2009, and it was never actually a study. The honest truth is calmer, but still matters. When researchers really dug into the data, pro athletes go broke at rates pretty close to regular people. But the ones who do get in trouble usually have the same problem. They spent like the checks would last forever, and they didn't. That's why what AJ does with this money matters way more than the number itself. The athletes who build lasting wealth share a pattern. They treat the first check like it might be the last. They live well below what they can afford. They build a financial team, an advisor, an accountant, an attorney, before they spend. And they invest the surplus. Dybantsa has one other unusual edge: no traditional agent. His father, Ace, manages his business dealings directly, working alongside a lawyer and a financial advisor they hire directly. His dad's argument makes sense for a rookie. Rookie contracts are basically preset by the league's rulebook, so there's almost nothing to negotiate. The agent fee on a rookie contract is actually capped to a small slice, under $1 million, not 4% of the whole thing. Where an agent really earns their money is the next contract and the endorsement deals. And the family will face that decision soon enough. Now, what does this mean for you? You are probably not getting a $69 million rookie contract, but here's what's real. The principle behind NIL is accessible right now. Building a skill, a platform, or a reputation that has market value doesn't require a Division I scholarship. It requires work and consistency. The tax math applies to your first paycheck too. When you get paid, the number on your offer letter is not the number on your check. Expect roughly 20 to 30% less, depending on your state. Plan for the real number, not the headline number. And the first check instinct matters at any income. The habit of not immediately spending everything you earn is the same habit. Whether you make $500 this summer or $15 million this year, Dybantsa's sister might get a car. Someday. Maybe. That's the headline. The real lesson is that he's already thinking about someone else, and thinking carefully, before he spends on himself. And that instinct, more than the talent or the contract, is what separates athletes who build wealth from the ones who don't. Hit subscribe if you want to understand the math behind the headlines. See you in the next one.